After his defeat in the quarterfinals at the ATP Masters 1000 event in Madrid a few weeks ago, Carlos Alcaraz withdrew from the Italian Open. He took to the social media platform X to provide details about his injury and explain the reasons for his withdrawal. This is an unfortunate situation for Alcaraz, as yet again he faces another setback with injury, dealing with the same injury that forced him to withdraw from Monte Carlo and Barcelona. Back in March, it appeared that Alcaraz was gaining momentum and returning to his best form after winning the ATP Masters 1000 title in Indian Wells. This resulted in high expectations placed upon him to do well in the clay court season, but unfortunately his body has let him down. Despite these challenges, he is still regarded as the favourite for the French Open. However, should Alcaraz still be considered as the favourite for the French Open? Is it justified? Let's take a look at his clay court results so far in 2024. So as you can see, he competed in 2 clay court tournaments in February. The first was the ATP 250 event in Buenos Aires, where he reached the semi-finals, losing to Nicolas Jarry in straight sets, 7-6, 6-3. Following that, he participated in the ATP 500 event in Rio, but had to withdraw from the first round due to injury, with the scoreline being 1-1 in the first set against Thiago Monteiro. Then, a couple months later, during the official clay court season, he was set to compete in Monte Carlo, which was considered the ideal preparation for the clay court season due to its conditions being similar to the French Open, with the courts being slow and known for their tendency to produce high bouncing balls. However, he had to withdraw from the tournament due to a muscle injury in his right forearm. The next tournament after Monte Carlo was the ATP 500 event in Barcelona, where he was the defending champion after defeating Stefanos Tsitsipas in the final last year. Unfortunately, he had to pull out again due to the same muscle injury in his right forearm. Carlos Alcaraz competed in the next tournament, the ATP Masters 1000 event in Madrid, where he was the defending champion. In the quarterfinals against Andrei Rublev, Alcaraz's ongoing injury issues in his right forearm presented him with challenges, and it was evident that he wasn't performing at his best. The pain in his forearm limited his ability to consistently execute powerful forehand shots, so he resorted to using slices instead. However, Rublev wasn't troubled by these slices and capitalized on the opportunity to gain an advantage. Furthermore, Rublev exploited Alcaraz's deep positioning behind the baseline to return his serve, allowing him to take control of the rallies from the baseline or move forward towards the net to finish points effectively. Rublev ultimately won the match in 3 sets, with the scores being 4-6, 6-3, 6-2. This match demonstrated how Alcaraz tends to struggle against big-hitting opponents who deny him time, preventing him from being on the offensive and dictating points. And now we have the ATP Masters 1000 tournament in Rome currently underway, where Alcaraz decided a few weeks ago to withdraw from the event. His decision to pull out of Rome is a major setback for his prospects at the French Open. Rome provides players with the opportunity to peak and get into form under slow clay court conditions just before the French Open. It serves as an ideal preparation for players aiming to perform well or even win the French Open. The tournament's significance is evident in the successes of players like Nadal and Djokovic, with Nadal winning it 10 times and Djokovic winning it 6 times. Their consistent performances in Rome has often translated into strong showings at the French Open, whether by advancing deep into the tournament or winning it outright. Guys, do you think Alcaraz should have opted to skip Madrid and compete in Rome instead? Of course, there are reasons why he would compete in Madrid, since he has a history of being successful and doing well in the tournament. He's won the title 2 years in a row, so this tournament could have given him some confidence, which is an important component in doing well and being successful in tennis. But also he has points to defend if he did compete at Madrid. But we know that the conditions is different in Madrid than the French, with it being at a high altitude, so the ball tends to travel through the air at a higher speed than it would at Roland Garros. However, if he did compete in Rome, he would have points to gain after the shock defeat he had last year in the second round. Guys, do you think Alcaraz made the wrong decision in competing in Madrid as opposed to Rome? Let me know what you think. And also, do you think it would affect his French Open chances? Because if you look at last year in 2023, the reason why he did so well in the French Open and he was so dominant in that tournament, because he had the correct amount of preparation where he competed in many tournaments, and he didn't just compete, he won 2 out of the 3 tournaments he competed in the clay court season, where he won in Barcelona and Madrid. But also, not to mention, back in February last year, in 2023, he won the clay court title in Buenos Aires, beating Cam Norrie in straight sets 6-3, 7-5. So he won a total of 3 clay court titles in 2023, and there was a reason why he was successful and going deep into the tournament, because like I said before, he gained some momentum and confidence at the same time. He had the invincible aura about himself where he knew that every time we'd go on court against most opponents, he knows that he will win 9 times out of 10. So I think that was important as well for Alcaraz. But with this season, he doesn't have the air of invincibility because of his injuries. One more point to mention, there are going to be question marks in regards to his health. Will Alcaraz be fit enough to challenge for the French Open? Him being one of the top seeds, he will probably have a favourable draw, but it's crucial for him to get through the first 3 or 4 rounds unscathed and build up momentum and confidence. But all in all, I don't think Alcaraz should be considered as the favourite for the French Open now. He has a chance, but like I said in my previous video, the favourite is Novak Djokovic, and I stand by that. Despite his shock defeat yesterday in the 3rd round at the Italian Open against the 29 seed Alejandro Tabilo, losing in straight sets 6-2, 6-3, I still think Djokovic is the favourite, because like I said before, playing in the best of 3 to 5 sets is a completely different ballgame to playing in the best of 2 to 3 sets. And also Djokovic has the experience on the side as well, so that's why I think he's the favourite. Alright guys, thank you very much for tuning into the video. If you have any questions in regards to what I said, comment down below. I've got a lot of things to say about this topic, but we could talk about it in another video. But anyways guys, thank you very much for tuning in. If you like the video, press the like button, and if you want to tune into more videos, do subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, take care of yourself. Bye.